I'm Mike.
I'm Kat.
This is Jay Hoofed. He's eccentric. So today we're reviewing Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now I didn't get a chance to play this. I do not own a Wii. If you'd like to donate one.
Yeah, right.
Why
don't you own a Wii, by the way?
I can't afford it.
Or if you'd like to buy Jay medication for his OCD, let me know.
There's been many reviews being released online.
Oh, there is?
Yes, there is.
Really?
A lot.
Okay.
Everyone's giving this a perfect 10.
Yep.
Why?
Because it's awesome! It's Super Mario Galaxy 2!
But isn't it the same as Super Mario Galaxy? Like, what's the big leap?
The big leap are the new Marios, and Yoshi's in this one. Yoshi! And there's new bad guys, new format for the galaxy maps, and this time you have a ship instead of walking around on this little planet and going to different rooms. Looks like your head. It's like a planetoid ship,
only
starship.
Nintendo.
And there's a captain, or I guess he's in your second command, because you become the captain, and his name's like Luba. He's awesome. He's purple, and you can tickle him, and he goes hee.
So let me get this straight here, guys, before we get even started here. I've heard crazy stuff. Not only is this the best Wii game ever made, but I've also heard this is the best Mario game ever made. Now, is this true or false?
It's hard to beat the classics, but this really is an amazing Mario game. I really think it probably beats Galaxy 1, and definitely the best it's been for a long time. Technically, if you were to grade it, yeah, I think it's better. Graphics are better, gameplay is better. It's amazing because it's just on all different planes because it's 3D.
To me, personally, it's the ultimate Mario game. You'll never get a better one than this.
So this is it.
I don't know where they're going to go from here. They've went into the ocean, they went to the desert, they went to Alaska, now they went to space. So where are they going to go next? What usually happens?
To hell.
It sure beats going into a haunted castle and using a vacuum to catch ghosts.
That's how I spent my weekend. And is this the best Wii game that's been released to date?
It's pretty up there. I think this and Super Mario World are pretty great, but I think Galaxy 2 beats it.
There's no better Wii game out there right now.
Really?
I mean, there's games that come close. There's probably one right here. This has so many new ideas. I would say it has some of the best controls that I've ever seen in a Wii game. I wouldn't say it's perfected. It does get a little tricky to eat things once in a while when you're playing two players.
I'm hungry.
Get it in. Because you have two cursors on the screen. I found it hard to f***ing see.
No swearing.
Yes, it's the best Wii game.
Yeah.
It's the best controls in a Wii game.
Yeah.
And the fact that Yoshi's in it really brings it to a new level for me.
What's the story in Super Mario
I don't
Galaxy
know.
2?
Let the princess tell you.
Princess Toadstool.
Yay! The story is what the story always is. Bowser comes, takes your girl, you gotta go find her. In this one, there's 6 worlds, each of them harder than the previous one. And of course, at each end, there's a boss battle. Yoshi's back, as they talked about, and he has some special moves. It's not just that you get to ride Yoshi and eat stuff and spit things and use his wonderful powers, his cool special extra jump glidey thing. He also eats hot peppers, which makes him go really, really, really fast. Or you can also eat these fruits, bubble type things, that make him float into the air. He gets all bloated and puffy and blows air out of himself.
So what's a 2-player like?
2-player, well, it's not as fun as going on a drinking binge with you downtown. You do play as Baby Luma. It gives a second player control over Baby Luma, who follows Mario around all over the place. You point at the screen, you can collect the star bits, you can also collect coins for Mario, and what he does is he goes to the coin, picks it up, and drops it. The second player has the option to also attack bad guys. You can't kill all the bad guys, but you can hold them still.
Knock them underneath, or you can take the wings off some of them. Depends on the bad guy.
It was really fun. You have to play 2-player. There's certain things that seem like it was made to be played 2-player.
Yeah. So in this one, you can play as Luigi as well. He's like chilling out on some of the planets when you get to them. So you just walk up to him, hey bro, do you want me to take over? And you go, yes, or no thanks. And then he takes over. And
what the hell's he doing there? You show up on a giant ship shaped as your own head. And Luigi just randomly somehow gets up to these planets. He must have whacked a couple of toadstools to get up there early, because I can't figure out how he got up there. He doesn't have a ship.
Maybe he found like a Stargate.
Maybe he took Rainbow Road.
In this one, certain Marios are back, so you still have your Fire Mario, and you still have your Spring Mario, but then you also have the Rainbow Mario, which is the invincible guy. It doesn't last too long, but you can kick butt with that.
Is the Raccoon Mario back?
No.
What happened to the raccoon?
And there's also Cloud Mario. You shake the moat, and then you can make these little cloud platforms, and you can make 3 of them, and only 3 of them, and if you touch water, then it disappears.
That adds like a completely new level to the game, it sounds like. You're creating your own platforms on the fly.
Yes, of course.
That's amazing.
And B Mario is back, but then there's a new one, which is the Drill Mario.
And what Drill Mario does, you can actually drill through the planet and come up through the other side and hit a bad guy.
There's also Rock Mario, and you can spin and you turn into a rock, and you can roll over bad guys. And then another new thing is there's a cosmic guide this time, and it's Rosalinda. She'll show up if you like screw up like a whole bunch of times, keep dying. She'll show up and be like, "Would you like me to do it for you?"
You only get a bronze star if you get help from her.
Sounds
like a woman.
It, but
oh, you helped. I helped you. You only get this. I'm on the rag.
So there's also comets, just like last time, and you can go back and get them, which is super awesome. It gives you also more stars. So there's lots of stuff to complete. There's also green stars, which are extra special ones.
And there's like a warp pad that shows up randomly in a level, and you go into it, and it's like a little mini game. Collect the coins in a certain amount of time.
It's like the old school Mario where you went down the green pipe.
Yeah. Well, there's green pipes, and then there's these little pads you stand on and spin.
So what do you guys give this game out of 10?
I give this game a 9.5.
So this is a contender for Game of the Year.
Yes, it goes into Game of the Year contender category.
Okay, 9.5. Why don't you give this a perfect score like everyone else?
Because sometimes the camera just acts up and you can't see what the hell's going on. And sometimes it's so frustrating because you have a certain amount of time to complete a mission.
You're like trying to get to the other side of this planet, and like you're looking at this side of the planet, and you're standing over here, but you can't see anything.
The camera is still a little flawed. That's why it's not a perfect game. The story, it's the same stuff as usual, but because the gameplay is so innovative, I have to give it a 9.5. It's that good. It's the definitive Mario game.
Kat, what would you give it out of 10?
I give this game a 9.5. I thought it was awesome. I agree exactly with what you said. I mean, sometimes the camera's a bit glitchy. And apparently they fixed the camera.
Is this camera issue, can it be overseen? Can you forgive the camera or no? That's why the 0.5. Boom.
I find it annoying because it's such a prominent thing. The camera is important. If you can't see what's going on, you can't see what's going on, and that's the game, right?
Right.
So for me...
Reason why I'm asking is I know people are going to be saying, but this is a perfect 10 game. What's a perfect 10 game for you guys? If this doesn't do it, then what will?
Don't know why everyone's giving it a perfect 10. It is a masterpiece, but same thing that we've played in the past. There's nothing new here. You can say, yes, there's new costumes he puts on, and you can play as Luigi. I mean,
there's new bad guys.
You can go on Yoshi, but come on, let's get with the times, get real here. It's the same Mario that we've been playing for 20 years. There's nothing new in the story. You don't find out that he's got an uncle named Ziggurat. You don't find anything.
Other reviewers are giving it a perfect 10 because they know the nostalgia and they're just afraid.
Well, what I just said there is probably going to give me a lot of crap. A lot of people think Mario really built video games.
In a sense, they're right. He did.
He did do that, but come on. It's 20 years later. Yes, he's in a 3D world. But guess what? That happened on the 64. This is the way I see it. Every review that you've seen online, I can guarantee the person that's doing the review is over 25. IGN, GameSpot, GamePro, Game Informer, whatever you want to say. Everyone grew up with Mario. There's certain things that they flopped on with Mario, but this is the definitive Mario game. Don't get me wrong. Don't send hate mail to Mike. Don't get mad at him. Don't get me wrong. So I don't want to see one comment below saying that I said it was shit. Because I'm sick of it. Okay? We give it a 9.5.
He's clearly hit his bottom, folks.
Okay? Give me a break. Another thing I want to point out, you can kill somebody with this manual. You know what it's exactly like?
What?
You remember Super Mario 3?
Yeah.
When you hit the coin box and it turns everything into coins.
Yeah.
So it goes from the boxes to coins.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same thing in this game.
Mm-hmm.
You hit something and it turns into coins and you gotta get them all. Just like Mario 3.
You played the demo.
We didn't play the game. We didn't have time to purchase a copy of the game. This is fake. These manuals, I print them up on my Brother 4.2 printer.
Oh, brother. Let's actually come clean now. We have never played
any games.
3 kilobytes.